Not one. Yes, two. Coming again. At you with another video. We are back downstairs. We were upstairs yesterday. I will be upstairs again today in the attic, but there's something going on the roofing on my next door neighbor. So I'll try to limit the noise. Before we get into this video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it and comment down below. Also, before we get into this video, let me just say, when I make these kind of videos talking about relationships, talking about experiences, talking about different people, life, it's stuff I actually been through. I am not coming up here to you, ladies and gentlemen, talking about stuff that I've watched on the internet, movies and stuff like that. I'll be 33 the 16th of this month. This is experience from my 33 years of living, all right? So let's get into it. My question is, why do Spanish women baby their sons? Why? Why do they do it? And I've had a lot of Spanish friends coming up when I was in middle school, high school, and I've dated a lot of Spanish girls when I was in middle school, high school. So again, this is off experience. This is not me just talking, blabbing at the mouth, okay? Excuse me. Poppy. That's how a lot of Spanish women address their sons. And it's just not a good look. That poppy starts with the mother, and then as they get into the dating scene, they get older, they have kids, they get married, their wife is calling them poppy. So it's just never ending, you know. It's a generational curse, in my opinion. You want to talk about son husbands? See, on the internet, we see a lot of single black moms who have boys, and, you know, the term son husbands is really thrown at them. But in my opinion, Spanish women, especially Puerto Rican women and Western Puerto Rican women, they treat their sons like son husbands, if you ask me. They are super strict on their daughters, too. It's so unfair. Like I said, I've had plenty of Spanish, Puerto Rican, and Mexican male friends. And I've had plenty of Puerto Rican, a few Mexican females that I dated. And I've noticed how their brothers were treated compared to how they were treated. And it's night and day. It literally is night and day. I'm talking about the brothers can go out all hours of the night. They can have females over with the door closed. But when it comes to the daughter, I'm going to visit my girlfriend. Oh, keep the door open. Oh no, you can't go to his house because I know his mom isn't watching you like how we watch you here. The disrespect. I've heard plenty of Spanish moms cuss out their daughters, tell them they're ugly, tell them they ain't nothing. And comment down below if you know somebody or you've heard of Spanish women getting pregnant so young and wonder why they're getting pregnant so young. This is why. They are verbally forced out the house by their mothers. I've seen it happen on so many occasions. I was even dating a Spanish woman and her brother was in jail. Her brother got out of jail and he just was a straight menace. Just doing whatever, destroying the house. I'm talking about ketchup, syrup, just everywhere. Water all over the whole floor. Like, he was just mental. He just wasn't right in the head. And when the parents come home, stop it, Pa. Stop it, Pa. See, his name was Frank. He was in his 20s when he got out of jail. I was probably like 18. I was young still. Dude came out of jail in his 20s. His name was Frank. And his mother calling him Pa. Pa. Why are you calling him Pa when his name is Frank? You named him Frank for a reason. But see, this is the mentality that the mothers have. And then as you're a kid, you grow up hearing Poppy. You're spoiled. No discipline. And then you get older. And then you're at the age where you could be arrested. They're locking your ass up. People on the street aren't going to treat you the way your mother was treating you. And it's sad. It's extremely sad. The favoritism is insane. Like I said, I was dating a Spanish woman, her brother, Frank, mom calling him Pa. Treated so unfair. He just got to do whatever he wanted. And my girlfriend at the time, her mother was so strict on her, super strict. Curfew. Oh, who you hanging out with? Always calling her phone. Let me know where you're at, where you're going. Again, she couldn't come to my house. I had to be at her house with the door open. We literally had to sneak to try to make love. That's how bad it was. It's just crazy. Just really crazy. If you check out my shorts, go back. I posted a short talking about on the news how this Spanish mother talked her Spanish son into killing his own baby mother, showing up to her job at Home Depot and executing her. They exposed some of the text messages, and you should have heard the way she was talking to him, telling him he was a punk, a PUSSY if he didn't go and do it. But she had major influence over him to influence his life negatively or positively. This is how these Spanish women are. I'm telling you, they treat their sons like son husbands. They really do. It's bad. Now, another thing I want to talk about as far as the favoritism when it comes to compare to females and males with the Spanish community, mainly Puerto Rican in the Western, is molestation and rape by family members, by uncles, by their own brother. It's like right after that sweet 16, right after the quinceañera, if I'm saying it right, they are being touched and sexually abused by a close family member or by an actual male family member. And it is sad and disgusting. And I'm not talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It seemed like every Spanish girl I dated when I was in middle school, high school had been molested by a family member. And they weren't in jail. Nothing happened to them. This needs to be talked about. This needs to be discussed because it is disgusting. And it does happen very often in the black community, but it happens a lot in the Spanish community as well. But I swear it's covered under a rug. And I'm going to go slightly off topic with saying a lot of Western Puerto Rican people are racist towards black people. The nerve of you to be racist, the nerve of you to judge when you have a lot of skeletons in your closet. It's just crazy. It really is. I remember I was dating another Spanish girl who had a brother. And she took care of her mother. Her mother was wheelchair bound. She served her mother hand and foot. But her mother was so darn strict on her. Barely let her go anywhere. Try to literally keep her in the house. And when I would come to visit, of course, we couldn't even go in her room. We were either outside on the porch or we were inside in her mother's room. Her mother was a weed smoker, so we would sit and talk and smoke with her mom. But as far as us getting intimate, I remember I had to sneak into her bedroom through the window one night. I ended up staying the night. I was smashing all night through the night. But there was a couple of times I had to hide under the bed and hide in the closet because her brother kept forcing his way into her room. And her mother had no issue with it. And her daughter had a nice body, small waist, big butt. She was like 18, 19 years old. There's no reason why your brother should just be storming into your room like that. But this is the type of stuff that goes on in Spanish households and the mothers just allow it. Why? Let's go back talking about the poppy thing, the poppy. For all you grown men, Spanish men that let your woman call you poppy, especially when you're, making love or whatever, and just in general, how are you okay with that? How are you okay with your woman, your wife, your baby mother calling you daddy? That is weird. She has a father. She has her own father. It is super, super weird. I just don't get it. Please comment down below if you have any scenarios that are similar to mine. If you have any comments or questions or statements, leave them all down in the comment section. Because I've been experiencing this my whole life, witnessing this my whole life, and I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. I'm not done yet, though. Let's talk about how Spanish women baby their sons so much to the point where they get older and they don't know how to act in a relationship. They are super controlling, possessive, and abusive to their women. Why is that? Because their mother raised them to their hip. The mother kept them to their hip when they were a child, spoiled them, babied them. So now when they get older and their wife does something they don't like, they don't know how to use their words. They don't know how to express themselves. All they know is how to raise a hand, cuss them out. Why? Why? You Spanish mothers got to stop. Stop this generational curse. Because they are abusing their women. Their sons are seeing it. Their women are calling their sons Poppy while calling them Poppy too at the same time. So as a Spanish, Puerto Rican, Western woman, you're calling your son Poppy and you're calling your baby father Poppy. Son husbands. Son boyfriends. You got two boyfriends. You got two baby fathers, huh? It's weird. It's really weird and it needs to stop. But I just don't understand it. Even if it's like, oh, it's just a cultural thing, it's not good. As the Spanish man gets older, he goes out into the real world and he does not know how to act. He does not know how to deal with the word no. He does not know how to use his words. Because he wasn't taught that. He was taught that he's Poppy. He's the man of the house. He was spoiled. He can do whatever he wants without serious consequences. It needs to end. I'll see you in the next video. Hit that like button again. Comment down below. Share. Peace and love.